Еще посмотрим, сколько еще смогу побегать. Не факт, что сегодня будет финал, конечно. Ой, помощь.
Oh, Rook, you're here. Good. I had a question for my story.
Sure. What kind of question?
Oh, well, a personal one, I guess. Maybe not. Never mind.
Come on. I'm curious now.
Okay, I'll try. I'm gonna do this. So I'm having fun. It's different, but neat. And the fighting bits are going well. So's the romance, especially now that we're, well, you know, together.
Так.
Hey, if that's how I inspire you, I'm happy to do it.
Oh, no, not like that. I mean, I'm not writing about us specifically. But, well, I feel like I can write about it now. Romance.
So what's your question?
It's my hero. I know who they are, what they look like, all of that. But I can't figure out the why.
Why what?
Why they do it. Risk
Я
it
тоже не
all.
понимаю.
Save the world.
Я не
Well,
понимаю, зачем этот герой
You're a
делает.
hero? I mean, a real one. So
Не
why are you
понимаю, с чем.
doing all this?
А ты почему?
You could ask yourself the same question. Everything you do, you're doing for others. I admire that.
Ага.
I mean, I just do what needs to be done.
So, being a hero, then?
I guess so. It's hard to think of it that way. We are going up against a god. Multiple gods, actually. That feels heroic. To me, at least. And we're saving the world.
Да, да, да.
And I'm glad I'm
Прямо на
saving it with you.
сердечке.
So am I. Glad, I mean, for you. I think about that forest when we met. Fell out of a bush and there you were. And
Вывалилась из
all I
куста,
could think
что?
was, wow. I mean, you were
Чего?
so, well,
Когда ты вывалилась из куста, ты просто
anyways,
стоял.
I think about it a lot. And about how lucky I was. And how lucky I am now. Okay, good talk. Thank you. I'll see you later, Rook.
Окей. Инквизиция без купюр. О. Сейчас начнется. Сейчас начнется. Какая хрень. Погнали, поржем хоть. Надеюсь.
So, Tash pries the enormous ruby out of the statue's eye socket. Except then it wakes up, and now it's real pissed that it's missing an eye.
Oh, my.
What kind of statue was this?
Big snake.
Like, the size of a horse?
30 feet tall. Had the size of a wagon.
How'd you get up there?
They carved the scales, made okay handholds.
And now we've got a giant, angry, one-eyed snake statue trying to swallow Tash whole.
Wait, how does that work? Where would they go? Did it have a stomach?
Wait for it.
Best part is, while Tash is pounding that snake's nose, she's still holding the ruby in her other hand. Maker's panties, I was so proud.
Oh,
Началось.
Shit. They're still holding it. Sorry.
Ага.
What are you doing?
Pulling a barb.
Oh,
Ага.
okay.
Барва, понимаешь,
barb.
что?
Tradition in the Lords of Fortune from one of our old members, Barv. Good guy, but like most of us, his plans went sideways a lot. Bad blood among your crew's not good for morale, but there's not always time for big, drawn-out apologies. So when one of us screws up and we know we've screwed up, we do a quick 10 to put it right. Pulling a Barv. Oh, there we go.
Агрессивно.
I'm glad the Lords of Fortune have Tash's back.
О,
Oh, Tash isn't the first non-binary member of the Lords.
ёпа.
It was a little before your time, but Horlicks was one of ours.
Huh.
Bastard looked better than I did in a dress or pants. And out of them too.
О,
Any reason you can't just apologize?
Sometimes people say, oops, sorry, and hope that fixes it. But they just want to get the whole thing over with. Trust me, I know. But pulling a barb, you sweat a little. Makes you think about it a little more. Shows the other person you mean it.
What if they mean it when they say they're sorry, though?
And that's the other reason. Some people mess up and get all dramatic. They make it about them. Oh, you know, I didn't mean it right. I'd never do that on purpose. They feel so bad about it that it's on everyone else to smooth it over and make them feel better.
Oh, okay, yes, some people might do that.
да
Pulling
это
a barb
лекции,
puts it on
конечно.
the person who screwed up. They made the mess, they fix it, done.
Isabella's apology work for you, Tosh?
Yeah. Just. I didn't expect the Lords to care about the stuff. Me being non binary.
Kirkwall taught me about family. If it matters to you, it matters to me. I mean, to the, Lords.
Oh. Thanks.
Anyway, where was I? So, there Tash is, thigh-deep in a snake's maw and still holding the giant ruby in one hand. I yelled that we'll get them out of there, and Tash just yells back, "Get up its ass! I'll meet you in the middle!"
Okay, the stomach I get, but did it really have?
Hey. Who ate the last breaded cheese wand?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I guess I thought, well, I don't know what.
It's fine.
No, they're your favorite.
Че за хрень? Че за хрень вообще? Извиняться за то, что сожрал последнюю палочку? Сырную, что?
Say you're sorry some more. That'll fix it.
No, you're right. I'm pulling a barb. 1,
Какая хрень?
2, 3.
Heart's in the right place. Form's a little sloppy, though.
Bend your knees.
Что это за хрень? Зато они теперь все накачаны. Ага. Погнали сюда сходим.
You had me followed. Be quiet about me. I needed to be.
Ну ладно, отдам я этой игре должное. Повеселит она, да, нормально.
You spend far too much time here, Dorian.
This is where all my favorite people are. Besides, I have news, and every messenger bird I've met is dreadful at nuance.
What's the problem with Magister Parvus being here?
He's our eyes and ears in the Magisterium. He needs to keep suspicion off him.
Yes, I know. Can't be spotted with the shadow dragons. You worry too much, May.
Well, what do you have for us?
The cult lost people in Arlethan, and leadership has fallen to Knight Commander Lenos. He aims to bring the city to its knees.
But Minrathous is already falling apart.
I know. While the Varantis' attack on the city could have been much worse, the people's fear in the aftermath is palpable.
And the rumors about the Archon are true. He's dead. Assassinated during the Dragon's rampage. The palace has tried to keep the news from spreading until a new Archon steps up.
And no one has?
No one dares. Not with the Venatori circling like vultures. The risen gods are preparing for something big. And for that, they need fear.
Архонт, пока.
Chaos.
More fear. More chaos. Haven't the Venatori done enough?
Restraint is not exactly their strong point, Rook. Lenos is the key to all of it. First, we stop what he's planning for Minrathous.
And then we find out what the gods are preparing for.
Let's hope it stays that simple. One of Lenos' Venatori associates is often at the Cobbled Swan. Let's see what we can get from him.
We? Dorian, you can't be going yourself.
It's the Swan. Everyone goes to the Swan.
I'll head out right now. We really need to figure out the God's big plan. Dorian thinks Knight Commander Lenos is part of it. So let's track him down first.
See you again. The Venatori were growing demons and people? That's what was happening in the ossuary?
Zara was trying to get certain types of demons. Some are harder to summon than others, I guess. They were waiting for Spike to break out of my body like I was a cocoon for a moth.
A puppet panto? Huh.
Oh, that sounds fun. And a little creepy. It's really great what the Shadow Dragons are doing for the city. Still too many people here, though. For me, at least.
We probably shouldn't keep Dorian waiting too long. There's Dorian.
There's Lenos' associate. According to the shadows watching him, he's nervous and doesn't talk much, but does odd jobs for coin. Interesting, yes? I'll draw him off, you check his belongings, see if you can discover any clues about Lenos' plan.
Mostly got half eaten's the bedroll. It's definitely seen better days. And it's This all sounds like trouble.
What are you poking about in there
Or even
for?
want to know.
Nothing else?
Lenos intends to destroy the city with Blight and Darkspawn.
Cuffs. Nothing like an attack to cause chaos in a city.
You should head there immediately.
All right, let's go.
Ready when you are.
Ready here. Nice one, Lucanus.
Say the word!
Ready to go. Oh, we did it.
Clear.
Thanks, Lucanus.
Anytime.
Ready to go.
Something tore through these gates. Something big.
Watch out! I bet this dark spawn was what tore through the gates. More blights in the way. That did it. We can get through now.
There's a lot of them.
Everything's crumbling down here. Might be tricky to get out.
I have read about the caverns beneath Minrathos. Being there is something else.
That helped a little, but I'm guessing there's another one.
Find the blight boils. We need to clear the way and keep pushing. We got it. Way should be clear.
Shadow dragons? How did you find this? Venatori, for me! You think you won? You think you can stop the Venatori? All the risen gods?
We're certainly gonna try.
The Shadow Dragons have brought nothing but chaos to the city. Bring these dissidents to justice. That's an order.
Watch your back.
On the job.
You remain standing. It's an affront to Tevinter.
The Shadow Dragons are Tevinter. The people of Dogtown are Tevinter. That's one less corrupt Templar in Linrathus. Let's look around, see what we find.
In Treviso, we have a tale of a masked man who lived in the bowels of the city.
But why?
Drama. Why else?
The
Risen God's ritual. That's what the gods in the Venatori are preparing for. Lenos's documents. They detail the Venatori's long-term plans and what they want to do to Tevinter. These star charts predict an eclipse to make magic stronger.
Performing a magic ritual under an... eclipse would make it powerful. That's what they're planning.
All this. The ritual, the eclipse, and the Venatori plans. We have to bring this to the Shadow Dragons immediately.
We should tell the Shadow Dragons what we found.
Evil old gods, rituals, waiting for the stars. It's about as Tevinter as blood magic and hubris. Learning about the gods' plans is wonderful, of course. But the lists of magisters you got your hands on, now there's the real gold.
You've looked at it already. Of course you have.
Information on their backers, the ties to illegal slavery. Don't you see what this means?
This is power, May. Imagine becoming Archon and using this against those who've been hurting the people for years.
You, on the throne, Dorian.
Tell me that wouldn't be a splendid way to bring about real change.
Sounds like someone's got a plan.
Goodness, you make me sound absolutely nefarious. I love it. But yes, if the Venatori can scheme, so can we.
But how would you use this information exactly?
Dorian wants to use it to crush our enemies by whatever means necessary. I say we make the information known. Allow the people to see
We tried that already. Or have you forgotten Lucerni? I no longer trust... No. We must get at the root of the problem before they can react.
Swords and spies and blackmail? The devious means you... If we go outside the system, we invite everyone else to do the same. No, we have to do this in the open.
We're Shadow Dragons. It's right there in the name. You supported this because you knew the system didn't work for the people.
The point was to work in the shadows until we could work in the light. And Rook has brought us what...
May, the Imperium's politics burned you what?
Enough. Rook, you have been instrumental in all this. Which strategy do you prefer?
Dorian, are you really suggesting violent
Я за Дорана.
revolution?
Пусть убивают
Not
всех нахрен.
necessarily. Sometimes a mere threat of violence is sufficient.
He learned that from his friends in the south. I hear Ferelden settled a succession crisis with a duel.
It worked. Astoundingly.
We're not Ferelden.
I'm merely saying we need to consider bold and creative methods of achieving our ends. The game is rigged. Why play by rules crooked magisters already exploit? Clear the board and start over. If they're gone, we can fill the magisterium with those who respect the office. Then we'll actually see progress.
Mevaris, you really believe...
Dorian wants to work behind the scenes, but once again, it's the Magisters and Highbloods pulling... That doesn't inspire. It's a tactic used by our enemies. We need to show to...
Unless they find some way to bury it? Or leverage their wealth power...
Politics is a long game. If we use force against our...
Shouldn't you be on the same side?
We are on the same side. We both know what...
If we went with Dorian's plan, I'd support it fully. But we won't, because he'll come around, and...
And I'd absolutely back you up on that if you...
We'll see.
Will we?
What sort of change you...
For a start, slavery. Abhorrent. It needs to go no more.
And to Winter
Какое
has been
рабство? Я
ruled
за
by
всю
the
игру
cultist
ни одного
mages
раба
for
видел, и не в
all
этой
of
стране.
history. That must change. The Zoparati, non-mages, deserve a say in their own governance.
And all that's just the beginning of what will undoubtedly be a long journey.
Мне не дают ничего выбрать, вы охренели. Нахрен я это все спрашивал? Что это за хрень?
You want me to choose who will be Archon?
Или все-таки
But
дадут?
I'm not even from here. I can't decide.
Then talk to the ones who are. See what they say. Asher and Tarquin, Nev, Gallus, they're all a part of this, just as you are. We should all be comfortable
Я за
with
Дориана.
whatever course we take.
All right. I'll go do that.
Угу, делаем вопрос. Проводим
Bad
вопрос.
news about Lenos. One less crooked Templar in town.
Lenos got what he deserved.
Makes you smile, doesn't it? Drinks for everyone.
Lenos made my life miserable.
Так без шапки.
Ron's too.
У него хотя бы лицо
Starting out
видно,
different.
без этой дурацкой шапки.
Maybe you once cared about something other than gold. But I didn't know that, Lenos. And I'm not gonna mourn the one I did.
Dorian and Mevaris still have to decide what to do with everything we got from Lenos.
And they asked for my opinion.
After all that talk about people needing a voice,
I suspect this decision will determine Tevinter's path.
then Dorian's way is my choice. He knows you don't stop.
Dorian is a brash rebel.
And Mevaris too much of a romantic.
I think the people will appreciate Mevaris returning as the leader they've always wanted to see.
No. They'll appreciate their lives actually changing for the better.
What do you think might happen?
With May, she gets power back again. Gets one more shot at changing to Vince. Worst that could happen is nothing. But that's what you risk when all... But with Dorian...
We could get chaos, strife. Things might get harder before the...
I'll take my chances.
And whoever leads will have the shot.
Count on it.
We'll keep
What else is there to do in this town, anyway?
So, what do you think?
Lenos is gone. We got information about the Venator. Would have liked to see his face when he lost. But having him gone is...
I meant about Mevaris and Dorian.
Oh, that. You're dragging me into it?
You're the famed detective.
This isn't a murder.
Politics is murder.
Mevaris Talani has been in this game for decades. She's dedicated and ruthless when she... Dorian Parvis is a wild card. Flashy and inventive, he'll keep his enemies on their... But if you're asking me, I'd go with Mevaris. She'll inspire people. Show them that the Magisterium can be better
Ну, я
than
хочу
it
Дорина
is.
выбрать.
Right now, after the gods and everything else, that's what this city needs. What we all need.
Thanks, Nev. That helps.
That's what I'm here for.
Как у них странно в разговоре. Постоянно левая сторона лица поднята. Можно я выберу Дорина?
A full quarter of the Magisterium supporting a cult. Bending the knee to these... Can they not see they're only tools for the gods?
Demanding intelligence, rationality, and self-awareness from our peers.
Look at me.
Ah, it's Rook.
What do you think? Who should...
What happens after it's decided who...
Well, Lenos is gone, the cult's numbers are down. It's a perfect opportunity.
All plans contingent on surviving the current disaster, of course.
Dorian поддержу.
Dorian should lead.
Then it is decided. Of course, it only makes sense, but... Ha! Look at me! The sudden pressure.
You won't be alone. All of us are behind you. The Shadow Dragons, the city, her people.
It will take all of them to over...
You'll find a way to bring...
The people know they don't want blight-ridden fiends in their city. They don't... I can, however, show them how to fight. Gods, cults, evil magisters, nothing will...
Hey, Antoine. Evka.
I can still hear it. Though it is giving me a headache.
Please be careful.
With the container? It's very sturdy. I tested it.
What? When? And how?
Am I interrupting?
No. Our study of the new blight continues.
We know the gods changed the blight. We think it changed more than they realized, or altered itself after.
It's answering to something other than gods.
You sure you're not underselling the scariness there?
I don't know. We could try again.
And give Rook nightmares?
So what's the blight answering to?
Remember the strange call I heard after the Lavendale battle? It was here in the wetlands.
We think the source is out a ways, towards the redoubt.
I can tell it's something large, rooted. A construct of the blight itself. An eruption controlling the rest. What that could mean... Everything that calls the blight impacts the Wardens. We withstand it. But gods, archdemons, it all adds strain.
If the eruption calls the blight, then it could mess with us too. Spark the calling sooner. We'll lose ourselves, along with the wetlands.
Antoine, you hear stuff in the blight more than some of the others. Are you?
Yes. A little sensitive. But it's not cool. Like everyone else, I'll know when that changes.
Should you have told me about all this?
First Warden would have said no.
You're our friend. You chase archdemons and fight the blight. It seems fair you know what this means.
So how do I help?
Figure. Remember those samples you found when we first arrived? Based on our studies. It's impressive. It should destroy the...
Theoretically. At least the last batch was...
But if the eruption's controlling the blight and it gets attacked, then the blight around Lavender...
Yes, its roots are everywhere.
These people can't lose their blight experts. I can go...
While we guard against nasty side effects here.
It's a plan.
I'll make sure...
Maybe don't...
The blight poisons so much. Water, Some would call the wetlands dead already. But whatever the eruption means for the waters.
We'll take our stand in the sheltered.
You miss Warden Janos.
He told...
You're keeping busy. You all set?
Two blighted dragons.
We stopped them.
All right. Let's find the blight eruption.
Food here?
I still can't. I feel like I'm forgetting.
It's all right.
You'll want medical supplies. Look after yourself. I promise to heal others. I don't...
If you need to gear up... Come back if you need something.
Handcrafted items here. I learned the trade from my parents.
You seen Warden Martin around Flynn? I know starry eyes when I see him.
Dad?
Ну и что, зачем на себе полотенце нацепил?
Flynn says you might be able to hit me. You know,
Голос ушный.
you told me stories when I was sick. One of them.
Time to fight! There's definitely something in here. Something wrong.
Let's get this over with. We have company.
They're at range.
Incoming at range! Keep it up, Lucanus. We're clear.
Ну, типа далеко убежал, что ли? Ага.
Death is too good for you.
I'm ready. Tell me what you need. The eruption's on the other side of that barrier.
We'll need to cut off the tendrils to break through.
By holding out dark spawn.
Alright. Better move before more darkspawn show up.
Up on the ledge. We can hit the tendrils from there.
A ballista.
Never turn down one of those.
We're through.
Let's see what's at the heart of this.
What is... Is that the Blight eruption?
Mierda.
The Darkspawn are protecting it. We need to take them out.
Catherine? I can hear that eruption. The blight is spreading. We need to stop it.
Stay in cover. What's wrong?
The eruption's not happening. Keep fighting. We're not falling to it.
Keep going.
We won't give in.
Watch your back. Get down.
Go! Go!
This is it. Let's get that eruption. All right. We strike and the whole thing goes up.
Бабах.
All right. Time to destroy this thing. The Blight eruption was...
We knew the Blight had changed, but I didn't expect that.
It's what Antoine's been hearing. It was spreading Blight through the wetlands. Further, maybe. When we hit it.
Do you think they felt it in Lavendale?
Цветочковость.
They aren't blighted. Were they dormant?
Maybe. They're beautiful.
We knew when you hit that eruption. The blight around Lavendale, and there was a sound in it. Like nothing.
What happened in there? What was it like?
Well, I took care of the target, but that was...
A story for your crow friends.
Yeah. Not sure how Viago will react to this one.
When the eruption was destroyed, some of the bigger tendrils pulled back. The remaining blight won't vanish overnight, but it's a good sign. And this place opened up.
The flowers here, they managed to survive, buried, untouched. They have a chance to return now.
Вы остановили, теперь цветочки могут расти. Кайф. Остановить скверно.
Look at you.
Ура, цветочки
Out here
могут
with the
расти.
flowers and a moment alone.
You're fine.
Yes, please.
We thought
And that time's almost...
the Order is those of us left now. When the archdemons fall, until they're calling.
So the Wardens are finished?
No, our numbers may get smaller, but Efka and I will be here.
There's still blight in the world. There's something new.
There's blight inside us, too. If it changed out there, have we changed?
What matters is that if new evils show up...
Do you really think something inside you has changed?
It's possible. Or maybe we're the same. But does that... You can't sense the blight. But trust us, it feels different. And...
As for what it means, it's like Antoine said. We don't know yet.
Are you doing okay with all this?
Don't worry, I'm good.
Me too.
You're dealing with a lot of questions. Really...
Chasing gods, live...
It does.
The blight feels relentless most of the time. We see what it does up close.
The world dying, how it spreads.
And look, these flowers can make it back.
They can? Okay. I'll leave you two alone.
It's fine, I promise. Are you worried we don't go on dates? Lavendel was named for flowers. They must have been
We can stay here.
Oh, yes.
Посадить цветочки. Чувствую себя героем.
The wetlands aren't fully healed.
But some places barely come back at all.
Yeah. Pushing back the blight. It's possible. What?
Spike was wondering if Nev would like a flower. I don't know. Maybe a small one?
Где-то есть чемодан. А вот.
Nice and quiet. Let's not disturb him.
Зачем я сюда пришел? Понятия не имею. Ну, давай сходим в том. Эту херню сломаем. Посмотрим, что там.
Trouble ahead.
Окей. Где бы не был супер чемодан, я понятия не имею. Ну-ка, давай-ка сюда.
Here they come.
Ну-ка, погнали с инквизитором пообщаемся. Я так понимаю, мне туда вообще не пустят. Брат, локацию. Там вон стоят кадры все. Они идут пройти. Окей. Вот. Всё.
Have you heard about this shadow dragon? Zeta Siconia, back on stage. Where to see her?
Давай пообщаемся с инквизитором.
These meetings can't be good for business. I'm here, Inquisitor.
Громче кричи. О, два эльфа встречаются.
It isn't just Inquisitor, is it? You were someone before that.
Clan Llewellyn. We try to be no one you've heard of. Morrigan is holding a perimeter. We're alone. Tell me what Solus did at Elginan's ritual.
Sounds like you already know.
I need to hear it from you.
Пришлось помочь нам.
We were up against an archdemon and he reached out to help. Seemingly.
You're not sure about his motives?
Could be genuine. Could be self-interest. He'd have been screwed too if we didn't make it.
He's never clear, but he's always thinking about where it ends. How many of his names do you know? God of Lies, Dreadwolf, Fen'Harel? They're titles he earned from enemies, followers, and fractured history. I once called him by another name. Friend.
Some friend.
And do you always agree with your friends?
We're pretty aligned.
Ну да. В самом деле он всегда соглашается со своими друзьями.
What he's done. He's killed people I held dear. You know this too.
But
he became those names when he fought gods. And regret for his world turned into destroying ours. Sound familiar?
You're making us sound like Solus. That's uncomfortable.
We're not like our enemy. They're making us do this.
Simple as one of Varric's morals. Don't become what you hate.
Or trapped by what we've lost. Also one of his. Tell me about the team you've built.
Are they a concern, or...?
You're handling things. This part, what you have now. I just miss the banter about friends.
Это все? Чем я строю? Ладно. Игра даже не написала, что произошло в этом квесте, потому что она сама не знает. А это и виза делать.
Rook stopped the Autom. Took down their comic maker. He did your job for you. He's a hero.
Just a meddling busybody. Where was Rook when the dragon attacked our city?
Sure.
I can't believe you're defending them.
I am not defending anyone, Jacobus.
You're letting them be a part of this?
Фига у него.
My cousin
Это что за
died
ребенок?
because the governor didn't stop the Antom from
Чего он возмущается?
from taking over.
Jacobus?
I'm fine. But I'm not going to be a part of this.
Well, now that that unpleasantness is dealt with, about your mysterious informant.
Whoever they are, they know the Anton and Treviso.
Your message made it sound like this informant also knows where the gods are staging their ritual.
Treviso does not need this troublemaker. This should be left to proper officials.
It very much concerns Rook. We have a contact who offers access to the Butcher and privileged information on the gods.
A chance to find your gods and to free the city. A prize for both our causes.
You don't expect much.
Hopefully it is that simple. Our contact knows the city.
How do you know it's for...
They gave us patrol patterns. Dreadnought arrivals. They're...
And you didn't share this with me?
People in this city continue to sicken and die.
So where are we meeting?
Near the field hospital.
And they asked for me.
Even with what happened to Treviso, your fight against the god, you
Многие
have respect
обсуждают мои борьбу
and
против.
no small admiration.
From who, though? That's the question.
Откуда все знают? Кто донес, что я боюсь богами? Вот
What
он.
about the human help the Antom is getting?
Да вот он,
You have
лысый.
any leads on that?
Вот этот.
We continue what you
Предатель.
started. The
Стоит.
other talons are
Я
turning
говорю,
over
это
every
он.
stone.
You trust them?
Вот
Not
он.
even your first
Лыс.
talent is safe from your infighting.
We are all Antivan crows.
And yet those of us sworn to Treviso are beneath you.
Hypothetically, what if...
I would prepare for...
Not everything is an adder in...
I said to prepare.
There's really no clue.
They're foolish enough to think crows are reliable. That's a clue about them.
They promise help.
So do you when you're not killing each other.
It's getting the best.
That has yet to be proven.
I'll talk with this...
And the rest of us will hope not to get...
If we can remove the Butcher and weaken the Antom, then perhaps, with luck, this informant is our key to that. Our informant is near the field hospital, Rook.
They said you'd know them on sight.
Remember, there are injured people there.
Unknown contact. This is a trap.
Bold to try to trap a crow fighting the gods. I'm at least curious. If our informant actually knows where Elganan and Gillenane are performing their next ritual, it's worth the risk.
You were saying, what were we talking about?
you don't trust me, why don't you do it?
Are you interested in combat ready or wall hanger?
I will know where you
Now, you may find some passion in our wall hangers, but not our combat blades.
See? I told you. Just a call.
We can size anyone from dwarves to Kunari.
Congratulations.
Looking for a gift?
You will take that.
Okay, y'all. Taya said our informant is somewhere in the market. Let's find them. I just hope their supposed information about the gods
Rook, I presume.
Рук.
The butcher.
Жопорук.
There's no
Рук
need
и
for
жоп.
that. Treviso is the trap, not this meeting. Please.
Ну ладно.
So tense. I promise I'll signal when it's time to fight.
Прикольный мужик.
Strange way to ambush someone.
Прикольный, ну вот со стороны выглядит прикольно. Такой огромный маленький сидит за столом.
I don't have to ambush anyone. You think I couldn't just march on the crows? Scattered on town flock to me. I have the soldiers to raise your casino and every inch of this city.
But I'll bet there's no profit in actually winning.
There's money being made by the occupation. But not by
Вот
me.
это клевая сцена, как они себя
I
ставят.
said Treviso was the trap, and I meant it. The jewel of Antiva. She sings even while caged. Such purity in every stone. It's trapped my heart. I love this city.
Everyone loves Treviso. Doesn't mean you get to conquer it.
That explains why the streets crawl with undeserving cattle. You know there are traitors here. They ransom their own city. Literal gods stalk the land, but these filth worship their own purses. But you're different. You crows stay true to your roles. It means something when you die, and even more when you kill. You're as much a work of art as this city. And you want a secret from me.
If you really do love this city, you'll tell me where the gods are holding their ritual.
The gods, they give strength. But all they ask in return is everything. I can feel their corruption. I can hear their whispers. They're calling for a ritual. If I give in, I'll know where you need to go. But I will lose my jewel. My city! So... You live in a casino. Let us make a game of this. I will become what the gods want. Welcome their whispers. Meet me and show me if the crows deserve my city.
The butcher was our contact, and he's letting himself fall to the blight. Finish them off! You need to go after the butcher. So the butcher wants me to prove I'm crow enough to be worthy of Treviso. That's what's happening?
By turning himself into a monster.
Everyone's acting like normal. Like the butcher hasn't gone nuts.
Who would believe it?
Safer to keep your head down, I guess.
I wait among the drow. Thoughts gnaw at my mind. I see what you need. Rue, you deserve it.
Hear the shift in his voice? He's changing.
I see. My Treviso. Will not abandon you to the traitors who gave you to me.
There's the butcher. He's a reaver and fighting his own Antam.
How's that thing going to tell us about the gods?
We have to hope he's still in there.
They're close.
I see you, Rook, and I see the ritual. Match me, fight me, win this city!
Now's your chance!
This is the power the gods give!
Butcher, where is the ritual?
So beautiful, but not like Treviso. I know ritual. You say jaw.
Nothing left of it.
I see Tearstone Island. The ritual. Tearstone Island.
He's gone. And he named the ritual site. Tearstone Island.
Actually, kind of surprised the butcher didn't lie.
He got the death he wanted. Good trade, I guess. And he gave us the information we came for.
Yes, truly the Butcher was a paragon of honor and virtue, and we are all devastated to see him
Ну,
go.
предатель ушел.
Eventually.
And now you
Я же
have
говорил,
a
он
location for your
предатель.
final pointless confrontation. The gods are at Tearstone Island. Isn't that what you wanted? A chance to die a hero's death? So go. Leave Treviso to those who deserve it.
Можно мне
What's
ножик
left of it,
кинуть?
anyways?
Ну, конечно, вы предатель. Вот так.
The butcher did warn us about a traitor. Didn't get a chance to name them, though. Thanks for confirming that for us, Evenchi.
Given how much that man talked, I'm shocked he actually kept his mouth shut.
You sold the crows out to the Antam.
В недоумении смеется.
You dare speak to me of betrayal? I saved Treviso from the Antam's slaughter. You let my people, your people, suffer and sicken in favor of Minrathis, of Tevinter. I gave up the crows. You gave up the whole city. Treviso is dying, Rook, and its killer wears your face.
When I made that choice, I didn't do it lightly. I couldn't imagine how bad it was going to get. How much my city was about to suffer. But next to the Venatori seizing control of Minrathous, handing the gods all of Tevinter, I live with the consequences of my choices, Governor. Can you say the same?
You live with nothing, Rook. You have the luxury of distraction, of defining all your actions by the greater good. So take your team to Tearstone Island. Face Elgarnon and Gillenane, strike them down. Or don't. Either way, Treviso is dying. But it's still mine. Leave its funerary rites to one who cared enough about this city to make themselves its villain.
Что, можно лысого-то убить?
It makes sense now. Every decision they made shows it.
Я сразу сказал, что он предатель, как только увидел.
And for what? A city that is sick, and whose recovery will be measured in years.
I take it you heard? The butcher's dead.
And in his place is the traitor we knew was lurking. And the Antam fell in line?
Whatever the Antam are looking for, Eventually's giving it to them.
The Blight changes things. Even the Antam fear it. The governor has given them a clear purpose. They were more cunning than I thought.
The lectures, the insults, eventually made sure all we saw was a hopped-up bureaucrat who... was jealous that Treviso loves the crows. And because everyone knows we crows
Эта игра даже не может обидеть этого злодея, который они, назвав его он, когда он оказался злодеем.
The butcher was the mouth, but the hand was Evenchi all along. They think they have the power in the Antam, and a network doing their will.
But we have the face of our enemy.
Evenchi will be hiding, so we will hound their Antam and make them desperate.
When the governors show themselves again, we end this.
Eventually keeps talking.
I believe the good governor's plan was to risk the... If the Antam beheaded the crows, who would merchant princes hire? Who would invaders fear?
As if the Antam would fill that role. This was a bookkeeper's angry grab at power.
When eventually left, they made it sound like they were planning something.
I suspect it will be about restoring order as they see it, and that the crows will be first on their list.
Whatever the good
Хоть он злодей, но мы продолжаем думать об его чувствах. Стараемся его не обидеть.
I'm concerned the gods will send the Antam more support.
The gods might come for us, but they're coming for... I believe you are crafting the answer to that, and we will help as we can.
We'll stop event.
The gods.
Tearstone Island. Eventually confirmed.
We know the time to face Elgarnon and Gillenane approaches, but it will not take us long to find Evenchi.
If you truly want to help Treviso recover from the Blight,
we'll let you know when we'll make... And after that...
I need to get the team around the table. I need to get the team around the table and talk about...
What's next?
Up for a trip to the Cobbled Swan?
Why? What's happening?
Nothing. That, with Aelia taken care of, I thought we'd check in.
It's
Spite will not stop demanding revenge for Trev.
You had me followed. Inquired about me. I needed to be.
I never thanked you for helping me with the First Warden.
It was my pleasure. Nothing quite.
I'm taking.
Reach up there for me. Heard about that damned Knight Commander. Good riddance.
Come back anytime.
You don't sleep much, do you?
More than you, but little enough. Still looking over everything on Aelia.
If you need fresh eyes, I'm awake anyway.
Maybe, if you don't mind the company. It comes with wisps.
Wisps are nothing. Besides, you're better company than Spite.
Really. Rumor has it I'm a pain in the ass. But that's if you ask Tarquin.
Thought the cart was done when the Venatori grabbed me. You did a good job polishing her up.
I was happy to help. Besides, Nev might starve without your cart.
Yeah, well, free fish next time. You too, Gallus.
Sure, Hal. Rana, I've got someone for you to...
Right. I'm almost finished here.
Good reading? And here...
I got a tip on a red lyrium smuggler who I placed a coded ad pretending to be a buyer. If the...
Secret codes. Amazing.
It's like you've read it already.
There's a puff piece about a cat.
Was it involved in a scandal? Okay.
We're looking for the phrase...
Got it.
Hold on. What's this? Nev Gallus and Rana Savas, investigators.
Right. That. I may have paid for another small advertisement.
You what?
If we want to help people, they need an easier way to find us.
I regret this already.
That's brilliant. Maybe we should advertise.
Slow down. We haven't seen if this one works out.
There. Virantium brandy. I know where to stop the red.
Good catch. You might work out. Still, I'd prefer you have backup when you need it. And if I... Rana? Meet?
The Viper? You're real.
Come. It's time you met the Shadow.
Are you Nev Gallus?
Where did... How did... Then you're in the right place.
Rana's advertising plan.
We won't go hungry, that's for sure.
You're impressed.
If it helps people... Have a seat. I'm guessing...
It worked. The crows have harried the
Rook, good. We have discovered what Ivenchi is planning for Treviso. When you fought the comic master in the garrison, you mentioned a note you found that said some comic had gone missing.
We have discovered who stole it.
Eventually.
The governor intends to release it all around the city to pacify violent seditionists.
They called us reckless, and now... Now Eventually will ruin the minds of thousands in this city to have their peace and order.
Who is Eventually planning to poison with the comet? Aside from us.
Anyone too friendly with the... I doubt Eventually is familiar with poisons. I guarantee that...
Subdue the citizens, get rid of your enemies, show the Antam you're a leader. I hate to say it.
After the dragon attack, and then the blight...
Better to poison the last of it themselves than let anyone else solve these things.
It is finally time to strike. Go...
Once you are there, Thea and I will lead the crows against...
Understood.
There is something else. Jacobus stormed off earlier.
Look out for him.
Of course.
Do you think Eventually would target the field hospital?
Would not put anything past them now. I heard
There's the garrison.
I can't...
Onto the garrison and the governor.
Please, go on.
I can't believe we've got another archdemon to deal with.
This time will go better.
It has to.
Do you think
Sir, the courtyard looks empty.
Not the governor would have Anton guarding the place.
Eventually must be further in. We clear the garrison this time. Eventually's got to know there's no way out for a traitor.
Intruders! Calm down. We can escape across the roofs.
That probably hurt.
The garrison has fallen to Darkspawn! That explains why Eventually's Anton were trying to run.
Basrassar evacuou Islam.
That one hit home, Lucanus. Okay, now for Eventually.
I will see you dead if it's the last thing I...
Hair's back. Carry.
Нифига он телепортируется. Круто.
Wait, are these Anton real?
I see the comic is working.
No problem.
Вроде подбегает. Заколотил.
If that damned dark spawn at the gates hadn't scratched me, blighted me, if you hadn't interfered,
It wouldn't have made a difference.
neither will my death. My comet could have helped stabilize the city, but it's still blighted, dying. Nothing can save Treviso now.
We just stopped the governor from poisoning people. That's a start.
I did it to protect the city.
You did it because you wanted it for yourself. You say you did all this for Treviso eventually, but you never really...
What would you know about this?
Да убейте его уже. Нет, он самого. Ладно. Ай.
Taya was watching you throw.
The Antam have not given up.
If Rook hadn't stopped the governor in time. Rook! I should have wine.
Evenchi is dead. The comic is being disposed of.
The garrison's a man.
Details.
The Antam remain, though with Evenchi gone. I think we will...
People are being moved to safer areas outside the Blight. Crows have...
It will take years, but we can plan for Treviso's future.
After all the things we've seen, it's my home. It always will be.
You have our knives, if any...
You never gave up, Rook. We will repay that in... But life is so dull if all we talk about...
For our victory.
For Treviso's...
For the crows.
What an excellent idea. Viago di...
I think we've done what we can for Treviso. Whatever happens, this city's people won't flee. The other crows won't either.
Lucanus?
Кровь пьешь, да.
He looks just like me. Spite, I mean, when he manifests.
That makes sense, doesn't it? What's on your mind?
I've been thinking. Treviso is as safe as we can. So, when my contract to you is fulfilled, Spite and I will go our separate ways. Literally. I'm going to seek out a way to separate us, wherever that takes me.
What was it Nev said? That killing the demon in the
could. She says there are no guarantees. Besides...
Because you and Spite before...
And because I pay my debts, even to him.
And what about the other person in this equation?
He dreams of freedom. I've shared those dreams.
You sound like you've still got some...
Being possessed. It's not like separating oil and water. Each element permanently infused. Spite wears my face, uses my skills. I know Say I cast out Spite with all he's learned from me. What then? What if I free myself, but unleash a true demon of Virantium?
For all you know, Spite comes out with your knack for vanilla and nutmeg tarts.
Rook.
My point is, you don't know what will happen.
I know that Spite, a part of me, would be... alone.
Spite will only be alone if he chooses to be. But you can't control that. All you can do is trust that you're making...
I know. But... And it's easier to see a future I can live with when this is done. To strike hardest. Let's end it, Rook. You and I and
Ну, говорит, прикольно. Сейчас прыгну сюда.
get ready. So Spite doesn't worry you.
Well, a little bit. But Rook trusts you, and so I do too.
What if Rook's wrong about me, though? I am an assassin, a paid killer.
Well, no one's paying you to kill me, so...
I forgot what I was going to say. Mirda, what if Rook's wrong about me, though? I am an assassin.
You got it.
Take this shot! Good work!
Окей, я так и не понял, как сломать эту дверь. Если его можешь сломать. А, убито порождение тьмы. 50 штук. Два из 50. Окей.
Careful ahead. Oh, is it time again?
That should speed things up.
Из 5. Окей, еще 20 штук найти где-то надо.
Trouble coming.
Death is too on the job.
Good work, everyone.
Мне все равно не хватает, да? Ну-ка, нравится. Мне, кстати,
Blight's so entrenched here. I don't see any way to clear it.
If
anything blighted rises up, we can put it down.
Забавно.
Still in one piece.
Что тут боссов напихали просто, которых я уже убивал. Может проверить остальные места. Не знаю зачем, конечно. Ну ладно.
So Spite doesn't worry you.
Well, a little bit. But Rook trusts you, and so I do too.
What if Rook's wrong about me, though? I am an assassin, a paid killer.
Well, no one's paying you to kill me, so I figure I'm probably safe.
True.
Окей. Окей, никого. То есть там просто запихаю всех огров в одно место. Прикол.
Targets ahead.
Ну-ка, давай сюда прыгнем, обратно прыгнем. Может там резнуться порождение. Ну и как добьем. Получим этот дурацкий сундук.
noticed you weren't at the supper table last night. Are you not feeling well?
Oh, you noticed? I wasn't hungry. Watch your back!
Please, go on. Harding made her potato stew.
I had no idea that she was cooking.
I didn't know that could happen to potatoes. It was a learning experience.
It usually is.
Targets ahead.
Is it time again? Of course.
Ну, нифига себе. Прикольно. Некрополе 2 чемодана где-то немножко. Где-то тут 2 чемодана немножко. 6 чемоданов. 2, 1, 5. Окей. Ну, если не будет, нам противостоять. Это потом. Скажешь, наша команда.
Island. That's where Elganon and Gillenane will perform their ritual.
With an eclipse, those two can finish their dagger, then tear open the Fade. After that, we've witnessed the horrors Gillenane creates with even a trickle of the Blight. What happens with a flood?
Next eclipse is a month away. That's not a lot of time.
Getting past the Antom Navy won't be easy. They'll be on high alert.
We'd need our own fleet to get past them, which we don't have.
A dozen ships, a dozen fleets. Would that really change the odds against Elganon and Gillenane? By all rights, we should already be counted out of this fight. But look at us. We've made it this far, No one quits.
Damn right, kid.
A single boat can sneak past a blockade. We just need to find something that floats.
The Antam fleet may not spot us, but the gods see much farther.
Worse, they know about us specifically. They'll be waiting.
They're taking us seriously, which is flattering. And it can work in our favor.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Harding, reach out to our allies. Wardens, Veil Jumpers, all of them. Tell them to be ready to start swinging. We start enough fires, make some noise, and the gods will look everywhere for us. Except at their front door.
You've helped our allies, Rook. They're ready to return the favor.
That takes care of the approach. But what about when we get there? We'll have two gods waiting. Who knows how many Antam? We'll need to be at our best. Question is, are we there yet?
We are ready as we'll ever be.
I'll send off messages to our allies. They'll be ready.
What about the Inquisitor? I know he's busy fighting in the south, but this doesn't end until the gods are dead. He knows that.
Saving the world? Sounds like the Inquisitor.
Reach out to him. Morrigan, too. We could use their help. I hear that we're as ready as we'll ever be. But we can always be more prepared. Weeks until the next eclipse gives us time. Let's use it wisely.
Agreed.
Get some rest, then we'll take care of outstanding business.
Ну, по крайней мере, они сказали, типа, месяц до финальной битвы можешь делать квесты. Перевожу. Если вы начнете выполнять задание, завершите прохождение основного сюжета.
You would have left.
То есть все получается. Финальная битва только. Но это на следующий раз. Что, сундуки дособрать? Попытку. Они доступны. Давай посмотрим, не выпал. Где у нас не собран сундук? Где-нибудь здесь, наверное? Да, не пройти. Так, ну. Ладно, пофигу, потом. Ну, в следующий раз уже финал будет, только сразу. Чисто финал получится. Ладно, тогда продолжим в следующий раз, когда бы он ни был. Ладно, сегодня хватит, пойду я отдыхать.